What's happening, party people? What's happening? Once again, it's your host with the most, Mr. Ron, with another episode of 40 Years of Hip Hop. And party people, today we will be reviewing Original Crhyme Pays Ralph Nader by Prince Paul, featuring the Beatnuts, Tash, Tony Touch, Starstruck, Bismarcky, and Mr. Land. From the album Politics of the Business, which was released in 2003. Before we dive into this review, check out the G-Man, aka the Podcaster Master, as he does an in-detail review of this song. He really goes deep and gets that information you won't get anywhere else. Check him out at 40yearsofhiphop.buzzsprout.com. And this month we are giving away an 11x17 limited edition retro poster. You can choose between Run DMC and the Beastie Boys, Summer Jam 95, Public Enemy, Eric B. and Rakim, and last but not least, A Tribe Called Quest. And for the people, the only thing you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel in order to get a chance to win. We're also working on our line of t-shirts manufactured by Champion. Check us out at 40yearsofhiphop.myshopify.com, and coming soon, our Hip Hop Legends t-shirt series. Dress up your walls with display metallic posters. They come in different sizes and are easy to hang on your wall. We have produced 7 original masterpieces and more are coming on the way. And party people, support 40 Years of Hip Hop, as we are doing this out of passion for hip hop culture. And show us love by buying us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/40 Years of Hip Hop. And we thank you in advance, party people. Okay, enough said. Let's get back to the review. Party people, one of my picks, okay, I'm a huge Prince Paul fan, and one of the first kind of like hip hop nerds, I came to realize. I feel that he has a great sense of humor, and again, you can see that through his many skits, and I find his production eclectic, always on point, but never really mainstream. Okay, again, like I don't really think that Prince Paul ever had like a top charting hit. If he did, yeah, me, myself, and I from De La. Anyhow, party people, Originality. Is this song original? And if so, how? Well, I discovered Prince Paul through De La's first album, 3 Feet High and Rising. And party people, this is like top 10 material. I kid you not. One of my favorite albums. Not only that, but Prince Paul's album, Politics, Politics of the Business, it's one of those that you have to listen from beginning to end. They're like concept albums. And the concept was a producer who's doing an album after his previous album failed, and which is a little bit of reality, because his previous album did not do too well. And again, the song, is it original? It's not original. Okay, again, it's just like another Prince Paul song, and again, like if you're familiar with his work, you'll know what to expect. I find the beat is really original, but we'll get to that later on. And party people, courtesy of Discogs, and this is why I give it a 3.25, and the G-Man, gave it a 2.5. Hot damn, G-Money. So, delivery, lyrics, and flows. Party people, I couldn't find any information about that song. None whatsoever. And I had to kick it old school, listen to the track, write it down. So here it is. You would think I'd grow out, but fuck that shit. Showed my kids how to fold and tuck that shit. Run, get the merchandise, and come out quick. That is waiting in the car. Am I taking it too far? That's just bugging, man. I was just straight up bugging. These lyrics were funny as hell. Juju just ripped it, okay, from the beat nuts. That was my favorite verse of the whole song. And he's saying how, like, you know, he's just a klepto. You know, like he's just stealing. There's one that says, like, I'm stealing everything that's not nailed to the floor. Not only that, but he's even showing his kids how to steal. You know, they're so cute stealing Sean John suits. Hilarious. But again, at the end of the day, nothing groundbreaking. And again, it doesn't have to be. You know, you can listen to a hip hop track and just enjoy it. And it doesn't need to be like a club banger, or it doesn't need to be like something that's super deep, introspective. You know, like sometimes you have these tracks that are kind of like just floating in the middle. And that's all good, party people. That's all good. And this is why I give it a 3.75 and my man the G Money 3.5. Fair. So, production. Produced by Prince Paul. Okay, and again, not a lot of information on the track. One thing that totally like got me diving into the track was the fact the track is so organic, meaning live drums. I'm not sure they're real horns. It could be a synth. There's a piano that basically keeps the rhythm. I myself, again, because I am a fanatic of real instrument, I thought that brought a whole new dimension to the track that we don't get to see a lot, you know. So party people, this is why I give it a 3.5 on 5, and the G Money, we match 3.5 as well. And party people, this is why I have another top 5 indeed, and these are the top 5 Prince Paul projects, and not the thing, no any order in particular. So of course, you gotta check out Handsome Boy Modeling School, okay? Of course, Politics of the Business. The album before that was Prince Among Thieves. Classic. I really enjoyed that. And you might not know, but Prince Paul actually teamed up with the RZA for the album Grave Diggers. Their first album was just like majestic. And again, it has a darker twist to it, which was a little odd for Prince Paul, but at the end of the day, I remember Prince Paul is just a hip-hop nerd, you know. He was the first hip-hop nerd, from my point of view, of course. And of course, one of my classics, 3 Feet High and Rising, where Prince Paul stepped up and to handle the production for De La. And Relevance, party people. Is this song still relevant? And if so, how? And was it able to stand the test of time? Ooh. This is the place that I'm supposed to talk about if that song is relevant. However, if you're a Prince Paul fan, like me, it might be relevant to you. If you're a underground, deep, a true head, maybe you might know it, but that's about it. Even when the track was new, not a lot of people were bumping, you know, Prince Paul. So party people, for relevance and longevity, this is like actually like the lowest score I ever gave was a 1 on 5. It's sad. And the G-Man matched my 1 as well. And was this song impactful? Did it chart? Once again, party people, it did not chart. No reaction videos, nothing of the genre at all. It's one of those, unfortunately, you had to be a Prince Paul fan, which I am. Party people, this is why I gave it a 1 on 5. And the G Money backed me up by giving it a 1 on 5 as well. I came up with a 13 on 25 for a 52%, and the G-Man came up with 46%. Party people! So basically, I'm just gonna go off script right now and just talk from the heart. And the G-Man and I, we've been doing this project for going on 2 years right now. And I have to say that the podcast version of the show is doing tremendously well. However, the YouTube channel, again, after 2 years, we're still at 90 subscribers. So for that, next year we will be back. However, there's definitely going to be some changes. Definitely over the YouTube channel, again, like to do a video, setup, prep, do the research, shoot, do the editing is very, very, it basically consumes a lot of time. And as we're both, family man, the G-Man got 2 kids, and I don't have kids myself, but still, got a full-time job and I got to represent there. So that's why chances are we will come back on the YouTube channel next year. To what extent, I don't know. Okay, I guess after we take the summer hiatus, we will see how we feel about that, because of course we want to invest our time where it's actually going to be fruitful. So this is the reason why after looking at the YouTube stats, we're thinking of doing things a little differently for next year. Perhaps instead of having a video, we will basically just upload the audio version of the podcast. I guess we will see. So party people, for the people that showed up, for the people that supported us, yo, Andre, my man, thank you. You know who you are, Mike, Mike the Strike, Tarek, of course, my wife always supported me, the G-Man. Yo, you know what? This guy's a workhorse, man. 11:30 at night working on, the podcast, uploading the videos. And I also got to send a shout out to my man Aaron. He does our editing, and again, he's been with us since the beginning. And Mr. Aaron actually left us for a great opportunity in another province in Canada. So again, it is something that we will actually have to deal with. So party people, the fans, thank you, okay, for the love, for listening to us, for sharing that experience with us. And like I say, we will be back next year. And party people, it's your host with the most, wishing you happy Honolulu, peace, and we out.